on to the text number 47. I will recite the sloka 11 to 47. Achyam eva haraye pujam ya shraddhaye hute na tad bhakteshu chanyeshu sa bhakta prakruta smrutaha. Translation purport given by the disciples of S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly towards other devotees or people in general is called Prakruta Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. So here, what is Prakruta Bhakta? It is explained here. A Prakruta Bhakta is a devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deities of the temple but gives disrespect to the pure devotees of the Lord. It's called Prakruta Bhakta, or a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. Madhvacharya, Srila Madhvacharya comments that one in the lowest stage of devotional service faithfully worships the deities in the temple but is not aware that the Supreme Personality of God is actually all pervading. This same mentality can be seen in the Western countries, where people commit all types of sinful activities in their homes and in the street, but then piously go to a church and pray to God for mercy. Actually, God is in our home, God is in the street, God is in our office, God is in the forest, God is everywhere, and therefore the God should be worshipped everywhere by the process of devotional service at His lotus feet, as stated in verse 41 of this chapter. Kam vayam agnim sarilam mahimcha jyotimsi satvani diso drumadin sari samudram hare sariram yad kimcha bhutam pranamed ananyaha. So Srila Madhvacharya says here that he compares the devotional service rendered by the Vaishnavas and the devotee and the activities and the mood of the people who are living in Western countries. So because in Western countries people does all sort of nonsensical activities in their home, office, society, nation, everywhere, but ultimately on the week and in the weekend they go to their respective churches and they get excused from particular persons. So that's not the way of rendering a pure devotional service. The pure devotee is always pure in their, and they always shows the activities which pleases the Supreme Personality of God, and they will not be disobedience to the Lord, and also they always follow the rules and code of conduct which is recommended, which is mentioned in the scriptures. So they always refer Guru Sadhu Shastra, and they will also always accept the bona fide spiritual master who comes from the disciplic succession, so that there will not be any mental speculations and there will not be any additions and deletions, because a pure devotee, if he has a desire to accept only the bona fide spiritual master, then he will receive only the bona fide messages from the bona fide spiritual master. So because the God is because actually the God is everywhere. You cannot see the place where God is absent, God is in absence. God is present everywhere. Ishvara sarva bhutanam riddheshu tishtate brahmano. So God is everywhere. We can see God because God's positions, God's properties. There is no difference between the God's location or God's region or God. because he is pervading everywhere. He is Sarvavyapi. As we see in this chapter, in a particular verse of 41, in that verse it says that a devotee should not see anything which is not connected to Krishna and which is not related to Krishna. The pure devotee will always see everything in connection with Krishna, and everything belongs to Krishna. In East Upanishad it says that Ishavasham idam sarvam, because everything belongs to Krishna and nothing belongs to us, but only we come as a tenant to the particular position. As soon as the owner says to vacate, we have to vacate the place. That's why we also have come here as a little independence God has given, so that we can utilize that for reciprocating with the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So in such case we can see ether, fire, water, air, the Panchabhutas and other luminaries and all living beings, rivers, oceans, ponds, plants, trees, mountains, hills, everywhere it is only the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is no other place or there is no other particular object which is not at all connected to Krishna. Everything is everywhere. Krishna is pervaded everywhere. So this is the vision of the Mahabhagavata, the devotee of the Lord. It's not in the case of Kanishthadikari devotee, Prakruta Bhakta.